I think the first place that will have to be is, I guess, the Plickers platform. So for that, I'll just sign in. So this is the page that you'd also be on as you enter this dashboard. So basically, I'll just run you through the tabs on the site that matters, I suppose, and then we could see one sort of in real, like in action. So essentially, what we want to do when we get to this platform is the first thing is we need to create a class. If I create a new class, we can just do a sample. So let's say shift times Indonesia. So we'll create a class for Indonesia. Okay, so this is what you get. And basically, then you start adding students, which in our case is just shifters. Really nice guidance here. So say George, can you give me some names?
Maria,
Yeah,
Eliza, Ayush.
Liza,
Let's put Ayush
John,
there.
Ayush,
Spriha,
Deepika. Yeah,
Deepika.
in brackets also put what groups they're affiliated with. So for instance, sixth generation. So say for instance, 3 of them are from 6 generations, and the other 3 could be from say West Sumba. It's just put, and it doesn't matter that like we don't have to put their full name. So for now, whatever name they go by, that will help the fun adult identify them, and then the group name. Then we just go next. Okay, so done. So once we are done adding students to our class, the country office and then the shifters, the reason why we need this is because we need to generate a list of students that we can print out, and basically have like these numbers assigned to these students, yeah? And these students, the numbers matter at the next step. So often, I think before you run this program, you'll need a list of the students. You can also sort it by, I guess, to make it easier, by card number so that it's all like already in order. And this matters because the next step of this entire process is printing cards. So for that, we can just go on. All right. So we just go Plickers cards, and basically get Plickers cards. It's free to download, so basically should just be able to download it. As you can see here on Plickers, you can get a standard size of 40. That's the one that I used when I did the pilot here in Bhutan. We can also get an expanded set, particularly if there's, I don't imagine we'll have more than 40 like shifters in a room, right?
Yep.
But it can go up to a maximum of 63. If we want like really large print as well, then we can get it here as well. So basically, it's just as easy as downloading these and then printing them out on a A3 or a A4 paper. So once we have this, the numbers from earlier matters because, as you can see, each of these cards are assigned a number. So basically, this card number 1 should go to, if we look at our student, and if we go to print, so basically, card 1 needs to go to George. Card 2 needs to go to Maria, Eliza, so on and so forth. So this is why we do this step first, is to generate the list of shifters and then also have the names. And then once we print out the cards, so basically cut it and then assign the cards by numbers to each of the participants. Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. The next stage of the process now then is once we have created a class, then it's to actually like run the whole game, right? So when you click on a class, because there's no tool that is currently associated with this class, all of the options shows up here. So say, for instance, you most likely will end up doing this in English. So you basically add this English card. Okay, so now it's loaded essentially. So what you have managed to do so far is you managed to assign the game to exactly Indonesia, and then also managed to add all the shifters in the class. And the next stage then is really easy. So essentially, once you've loaded this up, you go to now playing. In a facilitation setting, you can imagine basically you'll be here. You've done all of these steps the previous days leading up to the workshop. So at the workshop space, you basically go to plickers.com and then click on this Now Playing tab on the top left corner. And this will make it so that once it's projected onto display, then it's ready. So at this stage is when you now go on your phone. Okay, here. So basically click on the Plickers app. It should be a simple like logging in. And once you're there, you should see your class that we've just created, in this case, Indonesia, right, on the second one. So say you've already gathered all of the shifters in the room, you're ready to play this game, you've already distributed the cards by the numbers, then you just click on Shift Indonesia. And if I share my screen and go back to the screen that we were previously on, and once I click on the actual slide, as you can see my screen, so whatever you see on your phone should also be mirrored directly onto whatever it is you're projecting. Yeah, so basically then you say, okay, your role as a shifter is basically to read the statements that's on the screen, which in this case would be this, whatever we're seeing on my screen, and select either A, B, or C.
Yep.
They do the selection by simply turning their cards. So if we go back to the Plicker cards, so if it's facing up, participant number 3 has just chosen the option C.
Yep.
If they want to choose A or B, then they just sort of flip it so that B is on top. And you just scan, like using that camera, you just literally scan the answers. That's being held up. And the beauty is also in the middle of scanning, if one of the groups or students decide, oh, no, we actually want to change our answer, they can simply flip the card and you basically rescan it and it'll automatically update all of the responses.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And once you've finished scanning, then you just exit out of your camera and then you click next on your phone. That'll take you to next slide.
It's the same, right?
Exactly. And then you just keep doing that, like the next one, camera, scan, next camera, scan, until everyone has gone through all of their stuff.
Okay.
All right. And if you want to get a more generic one, then you can also go to scorecards. So it opens up a new tab. If you click score sheets, it opens up a new sheet here, and I get to export this as a CSV file.
Yeah.
So that's basically what I use then to on our database. So here's what the raw data looks like.
Oh my God!
You have the shifters, the groups I've created, and it essentially shows you in A, B, or C's how they've answered.
Thank you again. It's nice. It's like the shift is an innovation that keeps on innovating.
Yes, queen, slay!
All right,
Slay!
thanks,
Thank you, Rika. See you.